Success in business and in sports can often follow similar paths. Have a big dream, be part of a great team, and hopefully perform at an elite level. Well, our next guest has done just that and now hopes to inspire others to be the best they can be. Paul Rabil is the co-founder of the Premier Lacrosse League, often called the Michael Jordan of lacrosse. His new book, The Way of the Champion, Pain, Persistence, and the Path Forward, is out now. He joins us here at Post 9. I know you don't like those references to MJ, but people say you're the MJ. People say you're the greatest lacrosse player of all time. I have described your book as a manual for success.
Yeah.
Be it business, sports, whatever walk of life you happen to be currently on. What do you want the takeaway to be?
Well, from some of my experiences, but mostly from lessons I've learned from the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and entertainers in the world, I share a range of wisdom that's resonated with me. And I would say getting an understanding of what it takes to win, and then how to build tolerance for pain, and how to be world-class at persistence. Those are the two attributes that I've identified with the greats.
Risk-taking plays a role in there, too, I would suspect?
No question. One of my favorite chapters is called The Greats Lose a Lot. There's this misconception that the best ever have winning come easy to them. We think about Bill Belichick, who's won 8 Super Bowls. He's the second losingest coach in NFL history. Michael Jordan missed 9,000 shots. Kobe Bryant didn't score a point in his first season. Cy Young blew more saves. Mark Zuckerberg and Meta had the biggest single-day market cap drop. And it's what they have been able to do in way of risk aggression and resilience through loss that is unmatched by the rest of the field.
Belichick wrote the foreword, by the way, which is pretty cool. What specific anecdotes can you share with our viewers from the athletes that you either talked to or read about or took some knowledge from?
Well, I'd like to say that the first piece is around discipline and commitment. There's a chapter called You Can't Miss a Day, which is a lesson I got from one of the legendary lacrosse coaches who said, Paul, as an 8th grader, all the way through your senior year in high school, if you shoot 100 shots a day, you will get a full ride to the college of your choice. But you can't miss a day, not for a holiday, not because it's game day, not because you're sick or injured. So there's a discipline and commitment, and I took that bet. And then as you progress through the book, it turns into a bit of a business lesson. So I learned from Howard Schultz and Steve Jobs and even Magic Johnson around the courage and humility it takes to ask for help. It's noted as the best attribute of leaders. And it takes courage because if you ask for help as an athlete, you're worried you're designating that you're not ready or didn't prepare. And as a leader, if you're asking for team for help, same thing. So if you have that humility, you're far more likely to succeed and get to an answer fast.
Oh, how far pro lacrosse has come. I say that because you're so identifiable with it. You are a great reason why it's traveled from there to here. And there was one point in your life where you were embarrassed to tell people that you played pro lacrosse.
Yeah.
Take me there.
Well, that was in 2008 when I graduated from Johns Hopkins and was signed to a rookie deal with MLL for $6,000 for the entire season. I worked my way up to becoming an MVP and champion. At that rate, I was getting paid $15,000 for the season. All along the way, new media and tech were disrupting the Big Four on behalf of the UFC, MLS, F1. We started scratching our heads, being like, why not lacrosse? So I got to give credit to my older brother, Mike. He's my co-founder and our company's CEO. Him and I put our heads together, brought the best players in the world over in 2019 to start the PLL, and we changed the model.
Well, you really approached it like a startup.
Yeah.
Right? We talk about founders every day.
Yeah.
And venture capital. And you literally took that approach.
Yeah, well, we were thinking, okay, if radio was to Major League Baseball, what television was to the NFL, social media could be to the PLL. On top of it, what's more important to us? And that is garnering attention quickly and bundling to grow revenue. So we're actually a C Corp. We own the league, all 8 teams, marketing rights to players, field activation, online activation, so it's very different than a traditional trade association team sports league.
Well, you give equity to players, don't you?
Our players are now paid 4 times of what my average wage was on average. They have equity in the league. They have health care year-round. So we believe that, hey, if we roll out the red carpet for them, fans of the game will see what pro lacrosse is meant to become. and they'll be more likely to watch.
You had the chance to sell at one particular time in the anthology of this league, and you did not, which I'm fascinated by as well, because another thing we talk about, founders and getting these offers when you start from nothing and then you get offers worth millions of dollars and the pull to sell. What enabled you to say no, and what's your game plan now?
Well, we feel like if we said yes that early on, that we were only in the early innings and there was so much more we wanted to continue to innovate on. We still feel that way. But when we were first offered in 2020, we had yet to get the sport back into the Olympics. One of the things I tell people about lacrosse is it's the oldest game in North America. It's been at the college level since the 1800s, the fastest growing at the youth level. It was once in the Olympics in 1904, 1908. We've helped revive that and have invested in the pro level. We said no because we believe that lacrosse and the PLL can be a Big Six sport in America, right behind MLS and NHL, and you guys know the Big Four.
Yeah. Speaking of, non-Big Four, is there too much of a saturation, so to speak, with these other, in quotes, leagues like yourself and a pickleball? And it seems like you turn on the TV these days and you have your choice of 15 different other sports. Yeah.
Well, the most difficult thing to do in the sports business is secure a media rights deal. Most emerging leagues have time buys or they do rev shares. There have been 200 sports leagues that have started since 1990 with a 1% success rate, and that's ability to sustain beyond 3 years. Cut to spring football and formerly women's soccer, and now they've figured it out. That was pro lacrosse. We're trying to figure it out heading into our 6th season now.
You have a rights deal.
We have a major rights deal. Yeah. We're on the ESPN family networks. We started with NBC. And by the way, both of those networks, I think, have done the best in pivoting around maintaining the relationship with broadcasting, cable, and streaming services. So we feel like we can continue to grow as a Tier 2 emerging sport at a faster rate than 1% at a time if you're Tier 1 MLB competing with NBA and NHL, which, by the way, both playoffs are going on right now.